Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to present about role of AI, artificial intelligence in agriculture. Myself, Dr. G. Bhargavi, Assistant Professor, Department of Agronomy from School of Agriculture, SR University. Now let's see regarding the role of AI in agriculture. So in here, we are going to talk about the introduction and why, where, and it is your stay in agriculture. What are the applications of AI and what are the key challenges of AI and the conclusion. Coming to the introduction, here we see the industrial revolution from 1.0 to industrial revolution of 4.0 till now. So it represents the advancement in technology that have impacted agriculture significantly. So here when we see in 1780s onwards, so 1.0 revolution, it is highly based on introducing of mechanization using steam power, leading to innovations like tractor, which boosted agriculture productivity by reducing manual labor. But as in 2.0, which started from 1870s, so it brought the mass production and the use of electricity, allowing for better machinery and tools in farming like conveyor belts and electric powered equipment. But as in 3.0, that has started in 1969, it is we saw the rise of computers and automation enabling precision agriculture through GPS and satellite systems, optimizing planting and even irrigation and also harvesting. Now coming to the 4.0, which is highly based on AI and it integrates AI, that is artificial intelligence, robotics, transforming agriculture with smart farming techniques such as predictive analytics for crop management, automated machineries, and AI-driven decision making for sustainable farming practices. Now we are in the fusion of advancing this into artificial intelligence in use in agriculture. So how it is used in agriculture. So even though the agriculture sector has been slow to implement, but this will be the key for the variety of technologies with the fourth industrial revolution. So using often like fragmented rural markets, very poor infrastructure and heavy regulator burdens have raised the cost of food systems. And even though the dynamic population, which is highly increasing nowadays, and also the revenue has been constrained by market dynamics and increasing in disparity between the commercial farming and small farm owners. This has led to use of AI. Now let's talk about what is artificial intelligence. So it is the branch of computer science which deals with the simulation of intelligent behavior of computers. AI is not a man versus machine saga, but here, in fact, it is man with machine synergy. So that means it is an automation of activities we associate with human thinking, like decision making, learning, etc. Now let's see how artificial intelligence has been classified. It has been classified into three types. So here AI can be understood as non-biological associate with human thinking like speech recognition, natural language understanding, translation, knowledge management, and even decision making and learning, etc. So when we see the artificial intelligence, it is of three classified. So first one is artificial narrow intelligence. So this type is all over the place, like your especially the Google Maps we use, and which is in your Android mobiles, and it's been a part of everyone's day life. Now, when we see the artificial general intelligence, so this would be similar to your computers and laptops. When we talk about artificial super intelligence, this would be similar to computer, but more of a smarter version to it. Hence, computer system is more creative, more socially adapt, better than a human being. The sum of all humanity combined. Now let's see why we choose the AI in the field of agriculture. So we choose here because the growth of socio-economic sector in India is 18%, especially in India's GDP. So India in agriculture, it is the major backbone of the country. So in our country, it contributes nearly 18% as we discussed earlier. So even though it all occupied almost 50% of India's geographical area, and even though in terms of land and labor inputs, and also the land which is tilled, highly it is based on agriculture. So agriculture directly employs 42.1% of India's working age population, which is according to the census of World Bank. And even though and huge investments made for agriculture facilities in the 11th five-year plan. So here, so when we talk about the investments on agriculture from the first five-year plan to the next to the coming the five-year plans, that means from India's 1951 to 56, our major trust plans are on agriculture. So according to the NDC, that is National Development Council, to raise economic growth is 7.6 to 9%. It's due to of agriculture. Even after the 12th fifth-year plans, economic growth rate will be 8.1%. To increase the green cover by 1 million hectares, so we are planning AI in field of agriculture. So here introducing of deregulation in agriculture sector and also sustainable technology growth in coming years, like even Niti Aayog replaced by Planning Commission launching a 3-year action plan from April 2017. So let me tell you what is about the deregulation. So Essential Commodity Acts of 1955, when deregulation in agriculture sector is enacted. So it is an open competition for agriculture products which is non-necessary restrictions movement except in quarantine area. So whereas agriculture commodities like cereals, pulses, oil seeds, and even onion, potatoes from stock limits. So now recently our government also announced that expect in case of natural calamities like famine, drought, deregulation prevails all the time. Now let's see why AI is necessary. Yes, AI is necessary in terms of all your daily activities to your agriculture. So according to you, the FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization, the global population is set to reach 9.2 billion by the year 2050, which is rapidly increasing in exponential form. And which means it doubles the agriculture production in order to meet food demand, which is about 70% increase in food production. And it also leads to the global agriculture sector, which has having more strains than ever with this increase of 2 million more people to feed within the next 30 years. And agricultural land is shrinking while declining rate of arable land is 1 acre per person in 1961, whereas now the agricultural land is one-third acre per person in 2050. So while with available acreage estimated at an additional 4%, it seems no longer an option to simplify plants that means to more crop and to breed more cattle, which is highly impossible. So not only these factors like increase of global climate change, food security consideration also have pushed the business to hunt for the lot of innovative approaches to safeguard and improve crop yields. And even Niti Aayog has also introduced in recent times, like released of a discussion of people where it is ensured that AI solution for a key factor, including agriculture, and also the farm interface required new innovative technologies using AI. Now let's see why it is required. What are the identified areas? So it is used to increase the crop productivity of crops and a care for special herbal value plants and environment diverse plants, which in turn increase our export and also to develop decision support for increasing planning and policy. Let's see what are the identified areas for enhancing agriculture sector. Yes, there are some key areas for enhancing the agriculture sector, which includes its monitoring on agriculture crop conditions, weather and climatic ecosystems, adopting precision farming techniques to optimize the inputs and boost yields. On the basis of this AI interest, an expert geographical information system for land evaluation is necessary. And also promoting sustainable practices like integrated farming practices and to conserve agriculture. Leveraging these digital innovations such as AI, IoT, Internet of Things, and data analytics for better crop management. Also, the control of greenhouse, network for plant classification using image processing sensors, optimizing different types of biosystems are needed, and also they are the identified areas in present agriculture sector. Now, let's see what are the applications in agriculture sector. So we have a different farming activities in agriculture from your crop husbandry practices to the post-harvest. So we have automated farming activities, monitoring biofactors from of the crop and soil and abiotic factors of like your climatic parameters, identification of pest and disease outbreak before its occurrence because pest and disease itself will decrease 25% of the yield whereas the incidence of your weeds leads to 40% of yield losses. So this can also be identified. Managing crop quality, machine vision systems, and phenotype-led to adjustments, and predictive agriculture analytics and supply chain efficiencies are the applications of AI. There are also nowadays we have different types of applications in form of your chatbots for farmers, AI for irrigation, AI for weeding, agriculture drones, and smart houses. Now let's see one by one. First, coming to the chatbots for the farmers. So here we have the conversational virtual assistants who automate interactions with end users. So all these chatbots are easily used in phones. So whenever we want any type of need, you can directly check out from your mobiles or any other Android devices, so that we can directly chat with the chatbot, which is an AI bot, so we can get to know about your pest diseases or anything related to agriculture via chatbots. And introduction with the farmers in their native languages has also been also introduced. So to understand in their own vernacular languages. Even ICR also has developed a chatbot that is called as PalmChat for the help of National Agriculture Research and Educational System, that is NIREM in Maharashtra. So it is regarding the chatbot, especially for the orange growers, orange farmers, and also paddy farmers. And another one is like chatbots of agriculture, which gives the information of crop varieties and what are the sowing methods to your harvesting, all the practices, and even marketing practices are all prices were also included in the chatbot. So currently, our government of India has also initiated many apps and apps like applications powered by ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and also IBM by using ICT based channels like information community technology, farmer portals, Kisan Suvidha, M Kisan, IFCO Kisan Agriculture, Animal Farmers Krishi Mitra. So these are all some of the apps which can be used as a chatbots. So this will educate the farmers at any point of time by taking advice and recommendations for their agricultural practices. So now let's see how AI is used in crop and soil analysis monitoring. So conventional methods are often time consuming, and also we know that they are categorized in contracts that can be analyzed through automated digital detection and analyzing technologies. So with such data in hand, the efficiency of crop inputs is improved for leading to cost savings and productivity gain for farmers. Like when we use hyperspectral imaging and 3D laser scanning, they are capable of rapidly growing enhanced information and also the plant metrics across the 1,000 acres of land with a spatial resolution to delineate individual plots or plants and the temporal advantage by tracking changes throughout the growing period of the crop. So here AI can be used to monitor soil health with the help of sensors, cameras, and infrared rays that can scan the total soil for its nutritional properties. So this will help in understanding the reaction of specific seeds to different soils, and also what is the impact of weather changes of soil and probability of spread of diseases in soil. Now, the this is the crop and soil moisture meter. So here we can use for 3 in soil moisture meter. So it detects 3 in 1 means it detects the pH of the soil, and what is the light intensity of the solar radiation, and what is the moisture in the soil. Like if you see, you can see from dry to wet. So when it is dry, it is showed in the red, and when it is wet, it's showed in the blue color. So whether you can see like the light to the dark. So this is the read of dial. This is light sensor, and this will be the switch button. Before when you insert in the soil, you have to squeeze the button. This is the pH sensor. This is the pH sensor, and this is moisture sensor. Based on these sensors, when we insert in the soil, the readings will be visible, and we can monitor the crop and the soil. So it is based on and it is measures the volumetric water contents in the soil. Now let's see crop and soil monitoring devices. Since these are the different soil monitoring devices, especially for the crop, and these are used in other countries, especially by arable semos. This is one of the industries which have a very good representations of this device in foreign countries, especially the Dutch, Denmark, Germany, Paris, etc. So they used a wide sensors from Sense Group arable semios, etc. So these are placed in the field directly in the soil to collect the data specific to crop farming from the temperature to your leaf water potential and also the overall um, crop health. And also it's point out like many crops to estimate not only in one based crop, it also estimates all the multi crops to like from soil moisture to advanced technologies. And also it measures the surface temperature of the soil crop and usually the previous one it cost around 400 whereas these costs they are little expensive and also it aids in good irrigation management with using a fewer inputs. Now, these sensors can create a voltage proportional to your dielectric permits the water content of the soil, which is measurable. So usually this is mentioned earlier by your tensiometer and it is inserted in soil. But whereas we have leaf water potentials where the whole plant water can get we can get the status. Beginning of your leads to your osmotic potential and the like your water movement from the cell, whereas it is minus 24 bars with higher water potential to the soil with the lower water potential. Now, next we will take about the weather and crop monitoring devices. So this device has been widely used in abroad and even in India also and it is regarding like whether it's a gadget of weather stations with combining with the smart farming sensors. So it will map all the climatic conditions and we can depend upon that we can choose our appropriate crops for sowing on the depend on seasons. And here in India we have unpredictable rainfalls. So it is based on that also we can go for choosing of crops and devices like Altimeter and Picno, which is highly used in abroad. So this will forecast and predict the data and help the farmers in crop yield and also for the going for the harvesting, pre-harvest. And even it identifies the possible defects and the nutrient deficiency in soil by the image recognition approach. Now, let's see AI in weeding. That is, as I already told you, like incidence of weeds will lead to nearly 40 to 50% losses in crop yields. Hence, weeding is very important. So, even many species of weeds have become resistant to herbicides, and it is a severe threat to sustainability over crop production. That is how we got an AI in weed management. Even purchase of herbicides and your pesticide contribute nearly 5 to 8% approximately to the total cost of inputs in agriculture. So here we have weeding robots, which they highly use the GPS, that is global position system, and it recognizes 25 different kinds of weeds and it can eliminate them by using its weed removing attachments. So every two this particular instruments have weed removing equipments. So based on the image processing sensor, it detects the crop and weed and identifies the weed and removes them. So this is commercially produced and robust tool carrier and it is designed for high-tech plants using and it is designed by agro company industry and it is located in Denmark. So the main function is to control weed recognition and also to eliminate them. So next we will see the robotic weed control. This is one of the platforms and robots used in soybean, maize and rice. Here this is an API platform and it is designed in the Danish Institute of Epic Science. In 2001 itself it has been designed but now with modern techniques and using GPS has came into existence. So it highly depends upon precision farming prototype and this design uses real-time kinematic GPS for agricultural operations and it first create a weed patch. These two tools we use the weed patch of the entire field based on the shape and size of the weed orientation by using GPS and GS geographical information system and create a weed map and remove them. And its speed is a 3.6 kilometer per hour and capacity is 4.32 hour per hectares per hour. And it reduces nearly 30 to 75% of herbicide usage. And this is Subcanopi robot Isaac 2, and it is developed by Hohenheim University of Germany. So this prototype is designed to collect timely and accurate information in crop to assess its health, especially in weeds. The machine visions the position and density of the weed species and removes them and eliminates them on the spot. So currently, it recognized 19 species of broadleaf weeds on the land. The other one, this is the robot. This is called as a Ducky robot and developed by Thailand or Philippines, and it's used in rice cultivation at the early stages for the removal of weeds. And these are the summary of the applications of AI in weed operations. So we have different weeding tools in pepper plants, artificial and other artificial plants, and we also have automated weeding robot and like sugar beet, especially in crops like sugar beet. We have weed detection in cereals, robotic controls in and other sugar beets using the mechanical removals. And we also have weeding robot in rice, weed detection and on sugarcane, and also robotic weed control in cotton also. Now let's talk about one of the interesting topic that is agriculture drones. So as we all know that drone technology is quietly rapidly increasing everywhere. Drone technology helps users improving the crop yields and also reducing the cost. Using of AI and aerial technology can monitor crop health. When drone completes its route, users can transform a USB drive from drone to computer and upload the data, analyze the captured image. So most promising agri-tech advancement in the use of agriculture drones is smart farming. So before it is known as like UAV, that is unmanned aerial vehicles. Drones now are better equipped with surveillance capability and also crop monitoring. It is used in various applications in agriculture sector like planting crops, spraying, etc. And all. Thus, it will facilitate the farmer easily identifying the area of the concern, which helps in institutions to insight the recommendation to take action and improve its there from lab to land technology. Now, let's see different types of drones used in agriculture. First of all, we have planting drone. So this drone helps in automate seed planting, improving efficiency and reducing labor costs in larger fields. So they also ensure precision in seed placement, leading to uniform crop establishment. So at present, it is highly used in foreign countries. Now, whereas in irrigation drone, so this is equipped with sensors and this drone monitors the soil moisture and distribute the water precisely where needed and optimal water use and also enhancing the crop health. So these also were introduced in India recently. And next is the soil analysis drone. So this drone collects the soil data through sensors and provide the insights into soil composition like the pH of the soil, whether it is acidic, alkaline or neutral soils, whether there are sodic soils and nutrient levels in soils, like what is the status of your NPK, that is, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium levels, and also and exclusively the precise soil management will be given by this drone. And next is the crop monitoring drone. So this it uses high resolution imagery and sensors, yeah, like crop monitoring drones detect issues like pests, diseases, and nutrient management in the early and enabling which enables timely interventions. And it is highly used in India at present. Next is the crop spraying drone. Now everywhere it is used. So this drone efficiently go for the spraying like your fertilizers and pesticides and insecticides, also your herbicides over crops while reducing the chemical usage and of all other chemicals and also improving the application accuracy to in hard to reach areas. So this is highly used in many parts of the state of India. Next is the health assessment drone. So this used by analyzing the plant health through multispectral imaging. Thus drones help assess the crop viability and vitality, identifying the stress factors and guiding the targeted treatment for the better yields. So this is one of the drone called as the SenseFly Agriculture Drone EBSQ. So it uses the multispectral image from your satellite and analyzes to estimate the health of the crops, where the red denotes that is no uh, plants and where the green denotes the crop plants. So these are some of the summary of the various application of drones in agriculture. So in for crop monitoring, we have a drone like this DH Phantom 3, and for crop monitoring, we have multispectral sensor. It is also used for pesticide spraying, crop monitoring, and also like spraying of fertilizers and pesticides. Now let's see the smart houses, how AI used in smart greenhouses. So here we use of IoT sensor, that is Internet of Things sensors, enables them to get accurate real-time information and greenhouse conditions such as lighting. We can see the temperature, soil condition, humidity. So from the beginning, this particular smart house has been started first in Netherlands. So even though it is a small, densely populated country, it ranks second in exporting of your vegetables, especially the veggies. So they started the smart house, and also they started the first harvest to 10 times the average yield from the traditional fields of and all the by using the conventional methods using the smart greenhouses. So in this smart greenhouse, so we have the we have sort of environmental factors which can be controlled. So we have the control panel which take care of the environmental parameters through manual interventions or the proportional control mechanism. So this particular device, which is being devised with the help of IoT. Next, we can see in the next image. So we have solar energy monitoring greenhouse, the inner climate, controlling the plant growth, and we also have the soil parameters monitoring the outer environment, parameters in the inner climate of the greenhouse, wireless and wired communication, which is highly integrated to the control system. So it is designed with the help of all the IoT design intelligently and monitored as well as the control the climate. So cloud server enables the data in the processing and apply control action from the computer. So automation irrigation is also given by the solar power IoT sensors. So in this greenhouse, we can easily grow for your veggies and all other crops of agriculture. Now let's see like AI in the crop harvest. So it is AI is likely to change the way of labor employment in agriculture. So this is one of the Gromac robot. So it is been it is developed in our own India, that is from the state of Bangalore. So the farmer called Manohar, and he has from the Sambandam district. So he has introduced this particular machinery for especially for the harvesting of cotton balls, and also it also helps in pruning of plants. So after it has nearly 12.47 acres. So even in Tamil Nadu also one farmer, he has also introduced same type of this harvester robot. So since harvesting became very laborious, and also its labor requirement is more, so he came up with this cotton ball harvester. Now, there are some AI-powered projects in Indian agriculture. So, from the Apple's intelligent personal assistant like Siri, and to the Cortana of Microsoft, to the IBM like Watson, to self-driving cars, AI is progressing rapidly. So, our government of India has introduced some powered projects, especially in agriculture. So, like you with the use of they signed an MOU with IBM to use AI to serve the farming capabilities of Indian farmers, because IBM has started many pilot studies in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Gujarat. So they have introduced many solutions to improving the agriculture sector, and also we have the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, and they also sponsored crop insurance schemes, which is encouraging the farmers to adopt innovative technologies and modern agricultural practices. We have PM Kisan, and which is aimed to leverage the huge amount of collected data by several agri schemes, and the use of the same help of the farmers by using some apps. And the government of Karnataka also have introduced Microsoft Tech Giant will empower the smallhold farmers, because India is of main of small and marginal farmers. So they have come up with AI-based solutions to help them and increase income and price forecasting practices. And also we have Agri Udan, Food and Agri Business Accelerator 2.0, which enables the innovative technologies and provide agriculture startups with potential investors. And we also have Maha Agri Tech projects in Maharashtra, which address the various risks related to cultivation, like pest attack, disease attack, and also the predict crop yield. So this is aimed to improve the future of farming by harnessing artificial intelligence to give farmer insights on plowing, choosing the crops, spraying pesticides, and harvesting. So when we check they have a smart sensors, and also we have AI in supply chain management, like management of flow of goods and services, which involves the movement and storage of raw materials, and also the finished goods to end consumers. So there should be an AI in supply chain because the policy makers may have not yet been able to tackle the agriculture supply chain challenge. Now let's see what are the key challenges in adopting AI in agriculture. So the first one is the statistical quantification of soil and crop quality and data security. So accurately measuring soil and crop parameters require extensive data collection and advanced modeling, which can be challenging due to variability in soil types and plant health. Whereas AI models must be trained on diverse data sets to provide the reliable predictions for the different regions and for crop planning. And whereas in infrastructure and unpredictable weather conditions. So here in India, we have lots of rural areas which often lack the digital infrastructure, especially in internet and sensors, which is needed to the support of AI technology and their usage. So, and also we have unpredictable weather, which can disrupt AI-powered systems like drones or automated machineries, and impacting real-time monitoring of your crop, and also the data collection, which is will be sometimes impossible. And next is the maintenance and expensive mobility and connectivity. So here AI systems, especially in agriculture, require regular maintenance, updates, and repair, which can be sometimes highly costly for the small scale farmers, and also high initial investments is required in using AI tools, and also the technologies may be sometimes is to be we should have to be skilled, as and which one of the barrier to widespread adoption. Next, related to the hardware and testing validation, and it is highly laborious because AI-powered devices like sensors, drones needed skilled labor and through testing and validation in real farming conditions to ensure reliability and accuracy. So this process can be time-consuming, and it is really expensive, slowing down the integration of AI in agriculture. Now let's conclude the topic. So here, AI can be a technological revolution, and it's now it's a boom in agriculture to feed the increasing human population all over the world. So it is appropriate and efficient in agriculture sector, where it optimizes the resource use efficiency, especially from the land resources to the harvesting. So AI techniques can help the farmers make analysis of the land, soil, and health of the crop, and for having the better crop productivity. It solves the scarcity of resources and labor to a larger extent, but the prediction of the next year crop seasons and weather rainfall might be sometimes it leads to I mean, it may leads to maybe it not may be appropriate, but also it can predict. It proved it can predict the next year crop. So we at finally we can say like AI is agriculture enhances the efficiency, sustainability, and productivity by enhancing precision resource management and also real-time decision making, which in adoption it requires, and also it promises to transform farming practices and better overcoming challenges like cost and infrastructure. It is crucial for widespread impact, and definitely it will complement and also challenge to make right decisions by farmers. Thank you.